You got to be an above average woman to be hypergamous. You can't be hypergamous. 5'4", 200 pounds, 2 years of community college and a CNA. Get out of here.
If you could build a guy from scratch, how would you build him?
Has an attitude.
What?
Kind, has a sense of humor.
6'1", Hispanic.
Likes to cook.
Like not too skinny.
Likes books, but is also secretly really rebellious.
Men are incessantly bombarded with the ludicrous expectation of achieving absolute perfection to even dip their toes into the treacherous waters of the dating scene. Meanwhile, women are coddled with the contradictory advice to revel in their flaws. The absurdity reaches its peak when a woman, toiling away as a waitress and reliant on public transportation, audaciously anticipates her partner to be a car-owning magnate with a prestigious job. This preposterous expectation not only baffles me, but also remains an inscrutable enigma. In the contemporary dating circus, the unattainable standard is set sky-high, demanding individuals to be immaculate, free from any hint of imperfection, baggage, or a discernible past. The laundry list of prerequisites includes possessing an impeccable physique, a thirst for adventure, an intriguing personality, a killer sense of humor, and an unwavering capacity for care. This, apparently, is the bare minimum to capture the attention of a modern woman. The prevailing delusion among women is their self-proclaimed status as princesses languishing in an imaginary tower, awaiting a prince charming or the epitome of perfection, a real man or a Chad, to swoop in and rescue them. This warped belief stems from an apparent need for salvation from the perceived challenges of the world, conveniently blaming the very existence of feminism for their woes. Taking a trip down memory lane, women in bygone eras were entrusted with more traditional roles, such as cooking, cleaning, and managing the household, roles that apparently shielded them from the societal pressures they now claim to seek refuge from. However, the plunge into the workforce and the pursuit of equality with men have ushered in new challenges, prompting women to seek an unblemished partner as a misguided remedy for the mounting pressures they willingly shoulder. According to many women, the perfect man must meet stringent criteria. Financial perfection is a prerequisite, involving ownership of a house, a car, and disposable income. Physical fitness is paramount, with an expectation of excellent shape. Mentally, he must exhibit no baggage, hang-ups, mental issues, or conflicts, avoiding depression or any trace of anxiety. An outgoing and charismatic personality is essential, requiring him to be the center of attention. The ideal man is envisioned as a Renaissance figure, proficient in rock climbing, adept at playing multiple instruments, well-traveled across continents, solo-sailed oceans, and even engaged in dolphin training on weekends.
Every girl's walking through life thinking they're going to win the lottery and date this top 1% man. He has to be over 6 foot. He has to make over 70K. He has to be attractive. He has to be a chick. What? But see, this is here. Wait. This is the problem. That sounds nice. It sounds nice and it's possible, but it's not probable. It's probably not going to happen.
Not for every
so
woman.
so I'll tell you another stat. Okay, so big banks are investing in things like cat food, wine, because 50% of women are projected to be single and childless over 30. So that means all the girls in this room, half of us will never have kids.
In stark contrast, women often find themselves with regular 9-to-5 jobs or none at all, spending evenings watching Netflix without possessing unique talents or hobbies. A common trend emerges when asking women on the street about their ideal man, revealing expectations that may seem unrealistic. It's perplexing how someone with a rating of 6 out of 10 can aspire to a partner earning $300,000 per year, standing 6 feet tall, and resembling the handsome Michael B. Jordan. Adding to the perplexity is the fact that many men are willing to cater to these expectations. Short stature, earning less than $200,000 annually, or lacking the looks of Michael B. Jordan can lead a man to be dismissed, while taller men seem to receive leniency in the attractiveness department. This dynamic raises questions about the disparity in expectations and the sometimes rigid criteria women set for their ideal partners. If you don't meet all her criteria, she won't be going home with you. That's absolutely out of the question. It's crucial to understand that she's quite selective, especially in her early to mid-20s, consistently discarding men into the metaphorical bin. Even for those men who do meet all her requirements, she doesn't commit to them, Instead, she engages in one-night stands, spending time with individuals like Chad and Tyrone on their yachts, referring to this phase as her exploratory period. During this time, she collects funds for luxury items like Louis Vuitton bags to evoke envy from her friends and embarks on shopping sprees to curate content for her Instagram.
I'm a female that has 3 kids and I don't date because I have kids.
If you date a guy with no kids, will you make him a baby daddy?
No, I can't do that. No, whoever's with me has to accept my kids and then they have to accept the fact that I won't have their kid. That's it.
Let's be 100% real here. She's gonna have a very, very, very hard time finding a man. A man with no children that's willing to step in and help raise hers and not have any of his own. I don't know if a lot of women realize a man wants to build legacy. He wants to have that. There's some that don't, but many men do. I'm sorry, sweetheart, but you're going to be single.
By the age of 28, she might find herself as a single mother, or simply a discontented single woman still in pursuit of the elusive perfect man. At this stage, however, she may express readiness to settle down. Yet a 28-year-old woman with baggage seeking an accomplished man may encounter challenges. In reality, she should consider any viable option that comes her way. Despite her quest for the perfect man, she remains active on dating platforms like Tinder, Plenty of Fish, and Bumble. Her leftward swiping continues, dismissing any man who doesn't meet her stringent criteria. Interestingly, even the men who do meet all her requirements, the Chads of Tinder, engage in a few dates, have intimate encounters, and then opt for the typical pump-and-dump scenario.
When a woman has a child, there's no upside for you as a man coming in and taking care of that child because when the man gets in a relationship with you, he's not just getting in a relationship with you, he's going to have to take that child on at some point. So my point is that when he takes you on and that child, he's going to bear responsibility for that child as well. But the problem is that he's not going to have the same authority. He won't be able to discipline that child the way he wants because it's not his kid. So he has responsibility without authority. Responsibility without authority is slavery. So he ends up having to take care of that kid. Let's say y'all break up. Now he loses access to that kid, which he ended up developing a bond with, and he loses you. So it's going to hurt 2-3 times more.
By the age of 30, she's experienced a significant decline and discarded her stringent criteria altogether. Throughout the period from 20 to 28, men were consistently rejected based on her list. However, at 30, she unexpectedly grows weary of these criteria, which I find amusing. Now, she's seeking a savior, hoping for someone to rescue her from loneliness and societal expectations. Interestingly, she remains active on dating apps, the only platform where she openly discloses her age. At this juncture, she's no longer interested in playing games. The urgency to settle down arises as menopause approaches, and the desire for children becomes more pronounced. Unfortunately, the men swiping right on her profile often don't view her as suitable for a long-term commitment. In many cases, these men are primarily using dating apps for casual hookups, contributing to the prevailing hookup culture facilitated by these platforms. She continues her self-destructive cycle, falling for the same average Joe trap who swiftly pumps and dumps her because he can easily sense her desperation from miles away. Whether or not I have female viewers is inconsequential, but if you've got sisters or friends, do them a favor and share this video. The harsh reality is this: when you're in your prime, you can be selective, but as you hit the wall, you'll find yourself settling for a man you probably wouldn't glance at twice, or you might just end up embracing the solitary life. Take or leave this advice. It's your call. In a nutshell, deviating from a woman's checklist, be it in humor, looks, wealth, or intelligence, is a man's downfall. Fail to meet the criteria, and you'll be grappling with women who won't spare you a second thought. This holds true on a smaller scale too. A slight misstep in conversation, and you're basically sabotaging your chances irreversibly. The dating game is tough, especially if you don't fit the bill from the get-go, setting you up for failure before you even start talking to most girls. And that's it for today on Sigma Traits. Make sure you hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, and don't forget to ring that notification bell. Support this channel through membership. You can also support through PayPal link in the description. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. See you all tomorrow.